pale, unnatural entities lurking in backyards, shapeshifters in empty garages, apparitions, unexplainable rituals, and more. These are 10-time security cameras caught something that made scientists question reality. This first clip was posted to YouTube by a user named Joey Nolan. Take a look. That is a really strange piece of footage. You can see some kind of see-through shape moving around at the top of the stairs. According to Joey, his home security camera picked this up on August 8th, 2019 at 12:54 in the morning. Whatever this thing is, its shape keeps shifting the entire time it's on screen. At first it looks a bit like a small person stepping out from the dark kitchen area before stopping by the staircase. Then it shifts again, looking more like two glowing spots floating in the air. And take a look at this thing. Yeah, I really don't like that at all. Someone caught this absolute nightmare on their outdoor security camera. Something was crouching down in the bushes, peeking right at their house. It's a skinny, pale creature with glowing eyes. A lot of people online say it looks a lot like Slender Man or the Rake. Once it stands up and you see how tall it actually is, you definitely see why people say that. The blank face, the bald head, those shiny eyes, definitely giving off some heavy Slender Man, rakish vibes. If I checked my camera though and I saw that standing in my yard, I'd pack up my bags right then and there. This video was taken in South Africa back on April 11th, 2021, and that's pretty much all the context out there for it. If anyone watching from South Africa happens to know more about this video or what this person's doing, definitely drop a comment and let me know. All I can say is that even if this person isn't practicing actual witchcraft, I'd still be terrified if I was walking around at night and saw someone doing this in the dark. Are they just messing around for fun? Are they having a mental health crisis? Are they doing some kind of traditional ritual? Or did someone actually film a real witch on camera? Share your thoughts down in the comments. This creepy footage was caught on a home security camera down in Mexico, just a couple days before Halloween too. The homeowner had heard strange noises coming from his garage, so he went out to check on his dogs, but the dogs weren't the ones making the noise. They were totally quiet. When he steps into the garage, we see this strange figure crouching down behind one of the cars. At first, it's down on all fours like an animal, but then it slowly gets up on two legs. One of the dogs finally notices it, and you can see this figure stretching out almost like its arms and legs are growing longer. It just stands there, half hidden, and its body shape looks completely wrong, like it's shifting as you watch it. When the guy moves a little closer, the creature crouches back down, and he immediately backs out to go warn his wife. By the time they come back to look, the thing's gone. So what was that? Well, locals think there might be a specific name for it. Some people believe it could be a Nawal, a shapeshifter from old Mesoamerican stories that can take the form of different animals. In a wild story out of Canada, a nurse and outdoor lover named Corinia Stanhope captured some really bizarre footage on a trail camera near her home in Powell River. She found a dead deer in her garden and set up the camera to see what kind of animals might show up to eat it. She had no idea she was about to record something way stranger. Corinia and her 76-year-old grandfather Bob had already seen a bobcat in the footage, which was cool to see, but when Bob checked the camera again later, he got a total shock. Corinia said that when she came over the next day, her granddad told her that naked people were on the camera feed. She didn't believe him at first, so he pulled up the pictures to show her, and what they saw were two women eating the carcass. The woman showed up about 10 minutes after the sun went down, looking messy and wearing what looked like wigs. Corinia explained that you couldn't fully tell from the stills, but one of the women brought the deer's hoof straight into her mouth. She said she couldn't tell if the woman was kissing it, smelling it, or eating it, but thinking about someone touching a rotting dead animal like that made her sick, given how much bacteria could be on it. This all happened just a 2-minute walk from her front door. This next video was shared on Reddit by a user named dirty_money. You might want to turn your volume down a bit for this first one because the beginning is pretty loud. In the video, a hanging lamp starts violently shaking back and forth, looking like it's about to fall, before it abruptly stops and settles right back into place. A few seconds later, there's a loud, deep thud. It sounds like it's coming from overhead. The Reddit user explained that he works from home, and on this day, no one else was in the house with him. He heard a huge bang out in the garage, so he went to check it out. When he walked in, he didn't see anything out of the ordinary, so he went back and checked his security camera, and this is what it recorded. Some people commenting on the post thought it might be a rodent, but it'd have to be a pretty massive animal to knock a light around like that. Others thought it could be a raccoon, but if a raccoon was up there, you'd expect to hear it scrambling away. Instead, everything goes totally quiet. On top of that, the homeowner didn't find anything when he went into the garage, and raccoons don't usually roam around during the daytime anyway. Plus, what was that heavy thud sound? That thud seems to be what brought the homeowner out to check the garage in the first place, not the lamp moving around. See if you spot anything strange in this clip. Here's the backstory. This is security footage from a cafe in a mall in Japan. The camera is sitting right on the front desk facing the elevator near the entrance. When the elevator doors open, a man walks out, but he is not alone. Right behind him, you can see a tall woman wearing a red dress. First glance, it doesn't seem too strange, but take a closer look. Doesn't she look unnaturally tall? She'd have to bend way down just to walk out of the elevator frame. On top of that, she isn't really standing there. To a lot of people, it looks like she's floating above the floor. She also stays completely still without moving a muscle. The longer you watch this clip, the more unnerving it gets, especially because people in the area pointed out that the woman in the video, even as blurry as the camera is, looked a lot like a woman who'd taken her own life in a nearby park shortly before this video was captured. A Reddit user named Mac1611 posted this footage online, writing that his father had passed away in the house earlier that year. The day before was his father's birthday. He kept getting motion notifications on his security app all night, so he decided to record the live feed in real time. In the clip, you could see the camera lens panning around on its own, tracking something moving across the room, but there's clearly nothing there, or at least nothing solid. You could see a see-through cloudy shape floating back and forth around the armchair. One commenter asked if the father used to sit in that chair, and Mac replied that his dad sat in the exact spot every single night. This video was posted to Reddit a couple years ago by user Cam03. It's gotta be one of the strangest pieces of security camera footage I've ever seen. I can't really comprehend what the hell I just watched. I mean, an orb zips down from out of nowhere and knocks a guy out? The Redditor wrote, "So this happened a few days ago in my hometown in Colombia. A really fast and strange object knocked a man down to the floor. He had 24 stitches at the hospital." Finally, we're finishing off with the Elisa Lam case. I really try not to talk about this video often because, it's just been talked about to death, but with that said, I do think it belongs on a list like this. It's such a bizarre, eerie case, and it did genuinely stump investigators for a long time. Even today, there are still plenty of questions surrounding this case. In early 2013, a young Canadian student named Elisa was staying at the Cecil Hotel in downtown Los Angeles. When she suddenly vanished without a trace, police began searching the area. A short time later, a brief clip of elevator security camera footage was released, and it instantly became one of the creepiest pieces of security footage ever captured. Elisa walks into the elevator, starts pressing a bunch of buttons at once. She peers out of the hallway intermittently, stepping back into the corners, hiding as if someone's trailing her down the corridor. Then she steps out into the hallway and begins moving her arms and hands like she's gesturing to someone just outside the camera's view. 2 weeks after the footage was released, hotel guests started complaining about poor water pressure and this foul taste coming from the room taps. The water was also running black. Maintenance workers climbed up to inspect the 4 massive water supply tanks sitting on the building's roof, where they discovered the body of Elisa. That has been the video for the day. I'll catch you, yes, you specifically, in the next one.